angustia que siente no sirve para nada. Oye, tienes que cambiar, lucha porque no es tan mal, risa porque la vida te da. La angustia que siente no sirve para nada.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. God, give me grace. I sat on my computer at 9:45. I worked my butt off all morning. I had every single thing perfect at 10. Exactly at 9:58. I waited 2 minutes. I put on the time. I sat there. I had everything absolutely perfect, friends. I did everything in my capacity. And then somehow the stream just, I don't know what happened. But shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm going to move on, act like it didn't happen. But it gets me going, and it throws me off, and I really like my day to go perfect, and I had it planned out perfectly. I don't know what happened. Something with restream, sat there for 2 minutes. I had to redo the stream again. God bless. You are going to see me a little irritable because I am irritable, but God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Lost my trade this morning on top of it. Had an audio bleep right now, and it just feels like the world is crashing on me. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. XLM continues to pump. Beautiful trade off the 200 moving average. We talked about, we went over it. You buy the 200 on the daily. You look for 200 moving average touches. You buy things near the 200. You sit on them. You wait. That took 1, 2, 3, 4 days to play out. Honestly, you might have even got in early. It might have taken 8 days, depending. So nothing happens overnight. Nothing is a guarantee. You got to keep fighting every single day, just like I do. And nobody gives it to you. We lost half the people watching today because the stream got thrown off. The whole thing gets me more irritable than you would ever believe. But there's nothing I can do. Let's break down Bitcoin. Have a good day. Stay positive. Focus on the awesome stuff. And you know what? When I'm in this state, I pray to God. I say, dear Lord, help me find my patience. Help me find my grace no matter what's coming my way. Don't let the devil make me in haste. Don't let the devil put me into a bitter state. Help me stay calm, cool, and collective at all times. Amen. Thank you, dear Lord. And here we go. That's a good prayer. You know what I mean? Get you going. It's a great way. It's actually a great stream. Teach you how to kind of get over all your issues. Someone cuts you off. Your wife yells at you in the morning, or your friend yells at you. Someone at work is nasty. It doesn't matter. You stay calm, cool, and collected. You don't let them get to your head. So the first thing is we did get a tweezer top on the daily right there. Right? Followed by a secondary green candle, a red candle, suggesting the next candle should be red. Right? I'm hoping for some type of reversal here, bouncing off this previous resistance as support. But it's looking like Bitcoin is going to take this bear flag route here further to the downside. Still very confusing time because you're like, oh, but the oil's over. Strait Hormuz, isn't Bitcoin going to pump? Then we had Kevin Warsh come out and it looked like we're not going to get a rate cut till 2030. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way it seemed. And things are just looking like what's going to happen to these risk-on assets and where is Bitcoin stand? So everyone's kind of wondering. I think there's like murky waters right now today. We also have the last day of the week today. No trading tomorrow because it's Juneteenth, right? So the NASDAQ will be closed tomorrow. That actually puts pressure on this market. You know what I mean? Whenever the traditional market is closed, the banking system is closed. I've seen it cause problems with Bitcoin and get annoying. So it just is what it is. It's what I've seen many times. Yeah, so Juneteenth, Friday, the New York stock market observes that holiday. All right, so it's kind of like today's Friday for trading for the S&P and the NASDAQ, which I tell you what, it makes the market a little odd. It adds pressure to the day. We'll see how that continues as we kind of move forward with that. But all right. Sam Dieter teaching I nailed the short this morning. Thank you for saying that, man. God bless you. I appreciate that. I don't know how you did it or what you did, right? Because lately I've been, I didn't see it perfectly. I lost my last 2 trades. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get into trading ruts where I can't seem, I get into my own trading ruts where I have to fight through them. And when you stream as much as me, people are going to see every once in a while when you hit a rut. And you're going to have to deal with that publicly. That sucks. That's not easy. That's why most people would never stream, because you got to be there every day. It's hard to put yourself on the chopping block every single day, but hey, I'm here for your entertainment, for your enjoyment. Well, whether I win or lose, we'll see what happens. Hey, today might be one of my biggest days. I remember one day I woke up, I lost a trade. The day started horrible. I was like, man, I lost my first trade, everything. Ended up being one of my biggest winning days. I remember smoking a cigar that night up like $4 or $5 grand and being like, wow. And being like, man, I started the day kind of in a way in my head. I said, I always got to believe in God. I always got to believe in opportunity. I always got to stay positive and attract the best. That's the only way I'm going to win. You know what I mean? That's the only way I'm going to win. So Yesterday I super chatted for copper, but I think you missed it. If you have a chance today, can we look at it? Look at copper. Let's just get it out the way right off the bat. Stellar Lumen's really the big winner here with tokenization coming in and Stellar getting that the basically the tap on the shoulder, and we know it's kind of one of the one, it's the one, right? I don't know exactly what the copper companies, Copper Standard Holdings, you know what I mean? I really don't know how to look at copper. I don't know copper's, is it CPR? Like, is it XC? I don't know. If you could give me the ticker, it'd be nice. I'll be looking for it if I can in the chat. You just tell me if you see it in there. All right. Oh, yeah, and I'm a little far to the right because that's what I go during the FOMC, but I need to be a little over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, dokie. They come back once they figure you're back, putting the word out on X. Thank you, man. It's all good. It happens, man. It happens. So we'll get to copper. I wanted to take care of it real quick. I'm just not sure. And I should know how to find copper. I just never traded it. So I could find, I just ask AI, what's the ticker for copper? But let me just get to Bitcoin now. And I'm sure one of you guys will put it in the chat. XCU, thank you. Let's take a look at XCU. Hey, XCU, I see you on X over here. Copper, USD, Capital. Copper looks pretty nice. Last time I looked at copper was right there looking for that pump. I got about 50% of it. Then they dolphin dipped it. Funny. But it's in an overall uptrend, as you can see, kind of rounding itself to the top there. I like it. And this to me looks, somewhat like an ascending triangle, rising wedge. And copper looks like it might go parabolic. Now, you got some copper pennies, probably worth more than the penny. All right, they stopped issuing the penny, right? The penny's done. There'll be no pennies, man, ever again. Isn't that crazy? The penny's over. Yeah, they printed money to zero. Eventually, the nickel will be gone. The dime will be gone. Eventually, you won't need a dollar. Oh, yeah, I typed in Cooper. You're right. Yeah, see? I'm off today, man. I'm just thrown off. You can tell I'm off. I've been thrown off today. So let's see. Can this come all the way up to the upside? Price range rip all the way to about, 35.23%? Let's see. All right. And just because 2 days ago I had a glitch or something, I don't know. It's just annoying, man. My copper bullion and bars are finally making profits. I actually have ounces of copper right now in my upstairs. I got a bunch of copper. It's funny. Save your pennies before 1982. There you go. Alice Cooper, you're funny. I met Alice Cooper when I was a kid. He was friends with my dad's friend. I didn't even know who I was really meeting at the time. Met him outside of Dairy Queen in Edgartown, Martha's Vineyard. Always remember it. Shout out to Alice Cooper if you're watching. Hey, he might be into crypto. Is he alive? I think he's still. Is Alice Cooper still alive? Funny, a man named Alice. Who would have thought? But look, this can pump up to the upside. Copper does look like it could explode. I'd be careful. A little head and shoulder there. Nobody knows what price action is going to do. Is it going to come down and bounce? We're not sure. You know what I mean? Let's see what can happen. Courage is an answer, roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Every day brings new choices. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Yeah, copper looks interesting. I'd like to see it defy this right shoulder. For me, just give it 2 or 3 more days, 4 more days, and have it come sideways. Bang. Could be a nice play to the upside for copper. So yeah, you might be onto it. Thank you. So Bitcoin, breaking out the bear flag on the daily, looking like it could take a dump all the way down to 54,000. Looks like that may happen. I mean, we got overbought stochastics on the daily. 12 hour on the 22 got real high too. They're coming back down. Could still stick in for a double bottom. See, I tell you what, man. When we took that massive dump, and right here, and the fear and greed got to 5 twice, it was like, wow, the fear just went from 22 back to 15 overnight. It's kind of crazy, right? Yeah, he's still alive. I believe he's out in Arizona. Who's Alice Cooper? No, it's Alice Cooper. He sung that, school's out for summer. School's out forever. All right. I can't say the other line because it's kind of right? It's funny. You can't even say some of the things nowadays. But, Promo welder, everything we use is copper. I got pounds and pounds of it. Oh, yeah, baby. God does grant patience. He gives opportunities to be patient. Helps me to remember that when I get flustered, 100%, man. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at the monthly for Bitcoin. Let's break it down, but that daily doesn't look amazing. So this says shoulder, head, right shoulder. In some way, shape, or form, we're going to dump. Maybe we don't go the whole length of the pole. Like maybe we only go down somewhere to here and we stop at 46,000. But that's a bearish sign on the monthly, folks. And we were talking about it once we got the close. You knew the secondary, June was going to be bearish. It was. Anyone that thought June wasn't going to be bearish doesn't know their candles. When you close a tweezer top, it's like a 90% chance the next candle is going to be red. So we need to put in a green candle next to a red one or we got nothing. And that was when I believe we were starting to reverse there. But once this candle came in, you had to know that was the end of this idea that could have been. Candles tell you exactly what's going to happen. Waiting for them to close on the bigger time frames isn't fun. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of time, but it can happen. And it can work. And it's pretty awesome when you finally get it going and it comes together. Once you really trust the candle bodies, it changes your life. You know what I'm saying? So right shoulder there, this could dump to the downside. Not looking amazing. Right? I don't like what I'm seeing on the monthly chart. 2-week chart has been fighting to put in a tweezer bottom. Only kind of real bullish idea here. If it does, there's still a chance we can bounce. It is a lower low. Could be a shoulder, head, right shoulder if you're looking for something good. In my mind, it is far away from the 21. You see what I'm saying? So like we got this kind of falling wedge starting to kind of form on the bigger time frames. It suggests that even if I'm bearish and we kind of make a right shoulder and dump, like shoulder, head, right shoulder, it looks like a bounce back to the top of the range is imminent. This is what's been playing with me now. You know what I mean? I keep watching for this to do its thing, and it just doesn't. I want to see it bounce here, back here to this side, to the target. Come on. What goes down comes up. 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 What goes down. It looks like it's time to get that bounce. They're fighting. So it's been tough time for Bitcoin and for any asset, for Bitcoin, it's stuck inside, you got the Strader Hermuse. You got the dollar index. You got dominance too playing with us a little bit. So the weekly now, not really playing ball. Right? We had a really nice green candle bounce off the 200 moving average. Now we got a red candle with a wick to the downside. And some people say we're just a continued dump. I mean, when you're that far for the 21 on the weekly, usually you got to connect to it too before you can get your bounce. So like something like this seems to me like is what has to happen. All right, we got to get a bounce here. TCO on the way down. Don't lose your shirt for being impatient. Exactly, that's what I do. I put $5,000 into Bitcoin today. You see what I'm saying? If it goes down to 54, I buy $5,000 more. I up it actually, like $5,000 now. If it gets to 50, $10,000. If it gets to 40 and 38, $15,000. You know what I mean? Then you're buying half a Bitcoin. So like, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as such, but that's how I look at it. So the weekly candle doesn't look amazing. We have 3 days and 10 hours before it closes as we end this week on Thursday. Short week. I'll be back tomorrow for sure, but it is a shorter week as the trading style goes. Shout out to all the beautiful people still here, man. 754 beautiful souls. I'm so blessed. I'm going to stay on the positive train, positive light, and just say, man, I'm so blessed. I already feel way better, man. I'm here on the stream doing my thing, and life is good. So it's all in the past. It's over now. It is what it is. You can't change it, so you got to rearrange it, make it happen. You got to make sure. You can't change what happens, but you can change how you react to it. Okay? Yeah, I'm still into the Coney Wild trade, which is annoying too. Like, things are just taking forever. I'm up 642 in the trade now. I'm like, I was up 1,300. You know what I mean? 1,500. And I'm just waiting for Bitcoin not to dump. I was expecting a pump for Bitcoin this morning. To be honest, I gave a long to my trading group. I saw this straight. Last night it was supposed to dump. It didn't look good. But then it looked choppy to me, so I left the trade alone. I didn't do nothing. Then I looked here. I was like, kind of looks like a descending triangle, does it not? These mainly dump to the downside. You flip it upside down, it's an ascending triangle. We would trade the other way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I trade it one way, I trade it this way. And that looks like it's going to dump somewhere down to 60K. But this morning, I saw this as an inverted head and shoulder, which it was. I mean, they break up 64% of the time, so I got bagged, and I saw this as an inverted. I longed with a stop here, and they snatched it. I'm looking for that bounce. surprised, you know what I mean? And then I went yesterday, I went for the 4 hour, 2 days ago, I went for the 4 hour to bounce here off the 21-day moving average. Right there, I long. Two things that I've done many times and I did them on Monday and Tuesday nights on the best days to trade. I didn't overtrade, you know. And Wednesday night there, I got bagged there too. They went up and down on me. So two of my last two trades that I had a plan for didn't work out the way I was looking for. I didn't get the move. I got rejections. It does look more like a descending triangle now. I've been like stubbornly looking for this short squeeze. And I guess I've been overly stubborn about it a little bit. All right. How did you flip that over? I hit Alt-I. Alt-I is how you flip things upside down. Someone said this will be the last time you buy Bitcoin. Maybe did I say that in the past? Man, I didn't think we'd go below 80K, really. You know, so love from Nepal. Now we got Moscow on fire. We got WorldCoin dipping. We got Lab hitting up some gains right now. Let's take a look at what's going on these altcoins. Beat. Usually it would show me Lab by now. Altcoins are a little flat right now, kind of flustered. Thought Bitcoin was going to do more damage than it did. Shout out to Bitcoin Bill in the house. Thank you so much for the wow, 20 gifted memberships. That's amazing. God bless you. And actually today makes it realize how strong my community really is. Because you got so many people kicking it with us here today. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, Restream's doing something, man. No errors on my side, but just getting the funny audio KB error that I get sometimes for Bitcoin. Just like a funny Bitcoin thing. I'm at a YouTube error, actually. So that just... Anyway. Weekly bouncing off the 200 moving average. Getting oversold. Very interesting place to be. You know, but still, that could have way more legs to the downside. So the weekly, to me, can't dump until it touches the 21. It's not going to just dump straight down. I've never seen it. It's rare. If it does, fine, but it's rare. So, to me, fine. We close the week red. Next week is green, red. And we just chop around for 5 weeks, 6 weeks here. Till we touch the 21. Then we dump again. Down to 54,000 possibly to August. Then we chop around and then possibly start to begin the breakout. But to me, it looks like chop for 5 weeks. You know, maybe I'm wrong. That looks like what's likely going to happen till we touch back to the 21-day moving average on the weekly time frame. Maybe even put in some type of right shoulder that dumps us right there, and we get a shoulder, head, right shoulder. So I was bullish till the candles told me not to be. You know, I'm not going to like push myself into bullish situations when you got a nasty tweezer top. We're about to close a red candle. We'll see. And I don't see a massive dump either. I see chop for Bitcoin. I really do. It's been difficult to trade. It's honestly, it's weird. It's like shows the TA well, but the lever trading can be difficult. Even for me, man, I take my time. And you know, I gotta show my losses because I'm here every day. So no matter what happens, I gotta be real about it. It looks like a right shoulder to me on the 3-day chart, like it's just giving up. It's a lower high. You know what I'm saying? Like Bitcoin's gotta break above. Like it's gotta break. It can't. It's gotta show strength, man. They can't keep slopping down, making lower lows. It's a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Like it's in a downtrend on a 3-day chart too, and had 3 green candles in a row. That's supposed to create a green candle. You know what I mean? Didn't happen. Not this time. Struggling. You look at the daily now, and you're like, okay, possible kind of cup and handle. What does it want to do? You know, and you see that we're inside of this kind of a bear flag that faked the breakout. And now coming back down to kind of wreck everybody. So it was like, it was really a bear flag. Brought it back up to bring more people to induce longs, right? And then starts to wreck everybody. Crazy. What I'm realizing is like, you got to take smaller money out of the market. Like every time I'm looking for a bigger payday or an actual real move, it's a chop move. And, you know, it's like, well, 1,000 here, 14 out of here adds up over time. And I always say that too, you know. I don't know. Bitcoin's treachery. It's treachery, very treachery. Like it's sketchy business on the order book. And then we have a light order book too. Less people out here on the summer. Summer is sketchy, man. We're not in perfect summer yet, like June 21st, but we're getting closer and closer. 3 more days till actual summer. So look, we have previous resistance, which is support, or should be somewhat support for Bitcoin. You'd expect some type of bounce there. Very overbought on the stochastics RSI and just getting started. Suggest this could be the dump. Right? This is the bear flag right here. And we're going to dump. I'm getting away from the weekly. The weekly looks like it needs to consolidate a little bit. That's why I feel like we're going to bounce into some chop. And may not go further to the downside, because that weekly, like if we just go straight down, then the weekly goes straight down away from the 21 yet again. That's to me, it's just not as probable. It could happen, but it's more of an anomaly. It's rare. Like when I've looked at thousands of charts, that's not what usually happens, So previous resistance, looking for some support. Otherwise, or maybe even a bearish retest at a dump there. Could even make an M pattern. Otherwise, this looks like it's going, you got to say it's headed to 53,600. So why would you buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin today? Because I buy whenever we're in distressed situations. Whenever I see a low, whenever it looks like, and look at this now. It's just so crazy how we go from bullishness to just days of dump. It looks like Hikanashi recently, like, it's either all green or all red. It just, you know what I mean? All green, all red, all green, all red. It's kind of nuts. Still looks like we'll get some type of bounce. Double bottom, previous support is resistance. Otherwise, it's turning into a massive head and shoulder pattern, right? But that looks like we're going to get a bounce. I don't buy this short. I don't buy the shorts, man. 8-hour time frame put in that nice, yesterday looked like it was going to reverse. Nope. 4-hour time frame, just like constant sell-off, like just a constant sell-off all the way, you know what I mean? It's just kind of nuts. Almost got the reversal. Fake out reversal. Look at the candles. Like, look at the wicks. Look at the behavior. It's just kind of crazy. Like, you get a bullish engulfing candle. So people long. Then you rip it, then dip it, then go sideways and chop. Dip it again. Curve with the 21. You were on the 21 right there. I've seen us bounce to the 200, like, I'd say 600 out of 1,000 times. So that was more probable we were going to move to the 200 moving average. We didn't. Now it's kind of shoulder, head, right shoulder. Very oversold. There's a bullish divergence. There was a bull div on the 3-day chart. On the 2-week, on the 2-week chart too. Like, this is swinging up while price action swinging down. That always tells me it's not a smart place to short the market when I see bull div on the 2-week chart. You know what I'm saying? That tells me that's like a bottom. So they're inducing fear a lot lately. Even, I can be a trader who sees the market as a technical analyst subconsciously. Then I can be a person who sees the market emotionally. And I can actually live in both realms. And some days I'm looking at it like, damn, I could see how I would react to this as an emotional trader. But all I can do is just use smaller amounts and wait for a better time to trade. I see a lot of people too, like someone in, they're saying they're losing tons of money. It's like, why are you trading hundreds of thousands of dollar positions in the choppiest market in the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not over trading. Like, I'm just waiting for better opportunities. If I don't see it, the hardest part, people don't realize the hardest part of trading, I've been trading 20 years now. And like, you guys see me thoroughly trading for over 6 years on the channel every single day. You see me live stream for 5 years straight. If you've been a long-term, if you're new here, I've live streamed every day for 5 years, no day off. We're now going into year 6, into the, it will be 6 years by next April. So April and May, we've already gone through again. And the point is, like, look, that's a descending triangle. Like, that looks like it wants to dump. You're back below the 200 moving average. 21's curving below. Kind of have head and shoulder. That looks bearish to me. Never been more hesitant, you know what I mean? Because it's like, Today I was looking for this shoulder, this head, this kind of right shoulder, looking like we got to move. We were also above the 1 minute 200 there. And we were above, so I saw the model on the 1 minute, but we head and shouldered, got reversed, and we kind of went into some chop again. So today acts like a Friday with low volume. The market will move slower. It'll be more agitating to trade. You'll see a trade. It won't play out. It'll go up. It'll go down. It'll be more difficult to trade. That's all. But that to me is bearish. Says we're going down to 61,238. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP is saying. So BOOKMAP says there's big red above us. It's not 100%, but it's saying, hey, we're going to liquidate those shorts back to 64.8. We're not done yet. We're just inducing them. We're just going to make them, there's liquidity down here too, though. This is not a crystal ball. This doesn't tell you exactly what to do. BOOKMAP is just a helper, just a liquidity, but it does show you what's happening behind the candle bodies. So you're not just stuck on candle bodies alone. You have a bigger picture idea of where liquidity actually is. Meaning this is where a lot of people are going to get liquidated who have basically went short on the market at 64,750. All right. They're going to get liquidated at that present place. And there's more of them than us. It just tells me that we can long this. And then look, we're right at resistance, which is support. Never had mixed signals so many different times on smaller time frames. So could still get a bounce here back to this top of this area, back to the top of the channel there, or back to 67, at least to 65. But I already kind of, went for it once. I went for it again this morning to be denied, right? And now it does look more like a descending triangle. 15-minute looks, like it's attempting to double bottom a little bit. Got a little bit of, slight bull div. That does swing down. That swing's kind of flat. Kind of a head and shoulder that didn't play out almost. Again, I see mixed signals, and I know the order book is treachery. So they're saying they're gonna flatten these shorts though at 65. Which isn't even that hard. That's just right here, back to the 200 moving average. What will have to happen for that to even occur is for us to get back above the 200 on the 1 minute time frame. It's and we go over this every single day. So now you wait for this to break out. We're in a very tight spot. 1 minute is going to break out in the next 10 to 20 minutes. I don't see if it could last more than 10 minutes. It's a symmetrical triangle. They mainly do dump. But see, I'm smelling that pump, man. It's weird. It's am I psychic or am I stuck in my mind? Or it's clearly I'm not psychic, so I'm stuck in my head, obviously. But we have to cross the yellow line, then we have to pull the 20 with it, and then we have to make some type of flag, just like this, but we got to actually make it real. So if I were you, you're watching the 1 minute, but you could also be watching the 15 or the 1 hour. Right? Because you want to see that we close a green candle next to a red one. At least to give us some type of pump. So, what's the analysis? The analysis is we're more bearish than bullish for sure. The bulls have to dig out. We're underneath the ground as the bulls are concerned. They have to dig themselves out of a hole. It's clear as day. That's what has to happen. The bulls have to dig. The bears are already in control. The bulls have to reverse price action. So right now it's a more bearish scenario. That means the shorts are favored right now for sure. If you take a short, put a stop loss above 64.6, good chance you could win the trade. So that's the probability right now that this is a short. It's a descending triangle that wants to dump somewhere down to 61.3. But I see liquidity above us. I can see a couple things can happen. I wouldn't do that unless I would watch the 1 minute first. Give the 1 minute, it's 10 more minutes here. See what's going to happen when it gets tight. If it starts to break down, you start to kind of channel more into that short. If it breaks out, you hesitate, wait for a better confirmation on that short. So right now, I wouldn't get in just yet. I would wait. Probability is in the favor of a short, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of just what it is. All right. That's where we stand as it is for Bitcoin. Unemployment came in just a touch higher than it should have, or than the forecast, you know what I mean, at 226. They had it at 225. It was previously 230, though, so it's lower than previous, slightly higher than forecast. All right. And, it shouldn't do much to the market. I thought it would be a nothing burger, but look, this thing starts to dump down. Normally, these do dump. It's kind of got like it's so market is looking more bearish than bullish for Bitcoin at the present moment in time, for sure. Like, it just, we can't candy coat that. That's a descending triangle that looks like it's about to dump in our face and send it to the downside. We don't have to trade every single day of our lives. Like, I don't have to trade this. It does look like it's going to go down. I'll take a look at it. The wick is already to the downside too as well, showing signs of a move down. I don't know if I'll sell 60,253. Wow, what a wacky market, man. It's bullish for a half a second. It's bearish the next day. It's bullish, it's bearish, it's bearish, it's bullish. It's all over the place. So 400 for 14. I mean, the market's telling me that I'm likely going to win if I short. We're oversold in those stochastics, though. But they could, I'll think about it. I'll sit on it. I don't have to trade it. I'll sit on it. BOOKMAP says don't do it. You're going to get liquidated, or at least stopped out. You're going to go against the big red. You're going to go against the grain. We'll see. We'll see. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Y'all cheer me up and make me happy, man. Thank you. 777 all the views. Thank you, man. Oh, 921, man. God bless you. Also, 1,000 people here on the stream. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, we got a $20 super chat from Ricky Bobby. Sam, God bless you and your family and what you created, but this trading is not for me. Time to walk away. Sound realization hurts. I believe I need to get out of the dark corner. Godspeed. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hey, man, it happens, bro. I was there like 5 or 6 times. I said trading wasn't for me, and I walked away. Thank God I kept going. You know what I mean? Look at that. It dumped into the last, since I looked at it, it's been dumping. It looks bearish as heck. I mean, it's below the 200 moving average, touching the 21. Just like that dumps, that should pump, right? Or just like that pumps, that should dump. Never go against the grain, simple and plain. Yep, you know how it is. Nas, baby. How you feel about Dexy? I mean, Dexy had a beautiful move. Went from $3.50 to $20. Might be kind of, we'll have to look at it. Might be kind of like chilling out for a little bit. Sam, what about oil? Bitcoin doing reserve memory from oil. But now it's dumping together. What do you think? Odd. It's all odd, man. It's all manipulation. You know what I mean? Might as well go back to 59. Yeah. It's funny. I want to talk about that super chat that guy just left. He said he's out. I was there so many times. I said I can't do this. I was losing money trading gold. I didn't know what I was doing. Luckily, I began to long-term invest. That's why I tell everybody, long-term investing. All right. We're still here grounded with the lifer. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to anyone that found the stream after all the confusion this morning. So sorry about that. We're very hard to keep it moving. We'll double-check that later on tonight. I'll probably do a test stream tonight for like 20 minutes. So now you'll get to see me again, maybe. God bless you, Sam. I appreciate you showing up every day. God bless you, man. Thanks, man. If we go to 60 win, we ain't coming back for a bull run for years. I don't know about that statement, but we're not going as high as some people are saying. So right now, I'm not in a trade. I just want to make that clear. Not in a Bitcoin trade. Only trade I'm in right now is a wild trade that I've been hanging on to for a while. Love you, Sam. Remember, your dad is always watching over you and is proud of the man you are. I'm not a weirdo, but we asked to send the message. Thank you, man. God bless you, brother. Yeah. God bless you, Joshua. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dad. I love you, man. I miss you too, bro. If everyone would quit trading when they failed, there would be no professional traders. Keep going, 100%. We do have a weekly screen share tonight at 8:30. Yeah, oil and Bitcoin were never supposed to be correlated. The reason oil will keep dumping is because the deal has not been done and the supply of oil is flowing. Oil should drop back to the 60s by this year. Exactly. Bitcoin's, hit a resistance the same day that oil reserves are getting, ramped up. You know what I mean? So the price is going to, things can correlate. I always talk about it. I don't know if you've ever been at a light. This is a funny thing. I don't know. It's happened to me, though, many times. And I'm watching my blinker blink. Maybe I can see my blinker reflect off the car next to me, or it's a rainy day usually, And I see the car in front of me, and its blinker's blinking. And our blinkers aren't the same, but at one point they start to blink together, but then they kind of go off again. But then at one point they start to blink. And that's kind of how, uncorrelated assets, every once in a while, they're going to be locked in just by the way they because they both live in the same realm, and some days they're both going to be doing the same thing. Right. So listen, we're not moving anywhere unless the 1 minute can get back above the 200 moving average. And even if, we got above it this morning, massive pump, it looked great. Everything was going my way. The trade started to creep up a little bit. Things were rocking. And no, right? Trump live now signing the Iran document. Thank you. Appreciate that. On the White House channel. On the White House. The White House. It says they're not live just yet, though, right? No. Still waiting on the live. So just be careful getting chopped up in this. Even I got chopped up in 2 trades. You can get chopped up. Yeah, 60 to be rejected on support. Oh my, I thought I was the only fool that watches the turn signals. Saying you're funny. Is BOOKMAP busting you as well? I see 100 gap in my... No. 62K bounce down to 60 hit. Then take out the shorts. Heat map. It's hilarious. I believe every human experiences that. Yeah, we go back to war when Trump thinks Iran goes against the document. Oh my gosh. When Trump... You guys are funny. Nobody believes anything anymore. We've been kind of boy who cried wolf a lot with this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We kind of don't know what's happening anymore. We don't know what to believe. We're told one thing. We're told that we just, right? 8 minutes ago, there was a video of Trump signing the memorandum. This was 8 minutes ago out in the White House. The White House. I don't know if this is the official. Why? 3 million subscribers? Only 490 people watch this thing? But that looks like it's and it's a memorandum of understanding. It's like the belief that we're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Still kind of sketchy. We live in a world of ever-changing tech, streaming live every day, bound to have occasional glitches. I'm having one in my studio right now. I'll figure it out, and so will you. Honestly, it's not that's the thing. It's outside of my control. It's I use a streaming service. You know what I mean? So Streamlabs to restream out to multiple streams. And for some reason, the YouTube stream it said it was on today. Said it was on, but I had a black screen on my preview just for 2 minutes straight. Maybe if I just waited 1 more minute, everything was going to fly and everything would have been fine. So I guess it might not even have been a glitch. It might have just been a lag. There's no problem at all. It's just the lag was a lot. I've seen it before, usually 10-second lag, 20-second lag. It pops back in. And the weird thing is it said I had a stream, but the encoder said it wasn't getting information. So it wasn't getting the encoding, you know. And I don't know if it was ever going to get it. Yeah. Vance is going live, but not Trump. Yeah, that's what it said. Vance is live, but not Trump. That's what I saw. Yeah. Trump finished 9 minutes ago on the White House channel. Only 9-minute video about maybe in arm there. You could say exactly. Thank you. Someone said Starlink backup. No, there's nothing wrong with the internet. Starlink wouldn't have mattered. If I had Starlink, I still would have went to Restream and then Restream, yada, yada, yada. Funny, this one guy said he's selling all his Bitcoin, putting it in physical nickels. Yeah, you read that correctly. Here's the math. A nickel is worth 5 cents forever, legal tender. But the metal inside, the copper slash the nickel is now worth 6.2 cents. So if he's buying money for a 20% discount, right? So he's getting basically, if he buys $100,000 worth of nickels, he's getting 120 grand because it's worth more in metal than it is in the money. And if copper price crashes, he still has 5 cents. If copper moons, he has a fortune. People can laugh now, but they won't laugh for now. The downside is zero. What do you guys think of that? I think it's a bit crazy. I don't know if you can get that many people to sell your nickels. You're going to have to get physical nickels, which now you mean storage space to have it all. Now your entire net worth is in nickels all the time. And every time you need to get some, I mean, I guess he's always going to leave a couple mil out. Maybe he's worth like 100 mil. He puts like 80 mil in nickels. You know, 10 years from now, he melts down the metal or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Great idea or absolute buffoonery? I think it's a bit absurd. I think you want to be on the fastest money in the world, and that's quick money. That's money that's digital. You don't want to have a bunch of, you know what I mean? Pretty sure it's illegal to melt down the currency, somebody said. Oh, yeah, maybe I shouldn't. My bad. I didn't say that. Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I don't think you can. Yeah, you're right. You can't destroy federal currency. Yeah. Otherwise, someone could destroy all our currency and then lower and basically cause a deflation, you know, the opposite of inflation. You know what I mean? Serious problems. Get money out of circulation. This looks more bearish than bullish, folks. I tell you what, all. It looks like it's going down. It's in that descending triangle. I tell you what, Marty. Or no, I tell you what, Johnny. She's in a bad way. She's in a bad way now. She's in a bit of a bad way. So the daily looks like a bigger dump. The monthly's in a dang head and shoulder. I mean, if they're making this look so bearish, they're doing a real good job of inducing short positions. They're sucking me into short soon. They almost sucking me into short this thing. Definitely still somewhat of a descending triangle, too. It doesn't look good. Kind of a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. A drunken, slanted, complex head and shoulder, right? Then why can you smash pennies at the zoo? I know, right? Turn them into little things. That's a good question. It's still legal tender even when smashed. No, you cannot sell that penny. Maybe the penny goes inside and they use something else and you... No, I've seen the penny. It looks like the actual penny is getting smashed. That looks so bearish right now. I mean, it's a little bit of bull div, though. A little bit. I mean, you can see the RSI is slightly swinging to the upside while price is down. And it's another day, right, where we're watching the price action, 63,640. So we had the move. And look at this. In the last, since, 1400, since 2 o'clock, we've gone up to 65, down to 63, up to 64, down to, you know what I mean? We just chopping the range around, right? Rip dollars, smash pennies, all illegal. Yeah, I used to flatten coins of the subway. Yeah, people did that too. Yeah. They said the Martin was priced in already for yesterday's news, but it obviously wasn't. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I think is getting priced in is people thinking that Kevin Warsh is a hawk, right? A drunken Irish earphony. Yeah, they're saying, Kevin Warsh is hawkish as heck. And the thing is, I told you, he has to come out real hawkish. If he comes out super dovish and starts saying and they cut the rate the first thing, they're going to say, look, he's in Trump's pocket. This was the thing. They have to kind of calm it down a little bit, right? Are you enjoying the stream? Show your appreciation. Hit that like button. Yesterday was crazy, right? Wait till bro finds out which metals are in nickels and how the date of the minting affects it as well. I think it's a fun. I don't know if he really believes in that post. It might be a post for complete engagement. You know what I mean? Well, I would never do that. I want to be on the newest form of money. That's old form of money. I'd rather have 100 grand of new money than 300 grand of old money. You know what I mean? It's too long. It takes too long. I want to move with my money, man. I don't have to think about it. This looks like I got to short it, man. 1 minute is rolling over for sure. Funny, I can't stand this song. Plays every time I'm live. It's just too much. You know what I mean? I'm not into emo stuff, man. Ballad, long love ballads. It's not my thing. Baby, I love you. I want you so much. I don't know. I'm not into that type of music. I don't know why. My wife gets it on sometimes and she's like, you like this one? And women love that stuff, right? They love sometimes I worked in the music industry. I had, and I know they sit down and the label says, we need you to write a love song, the women. And the guy just writes it for the label and he sounds like such a hero and he says all the right things. And my wife's like, can you believe this song is just so amazing? She's like, this is so great. And I'm always like, they just wrote that so you can say that. You know what I mean? This is all you're just falling right into the trap. You know what I mean? They get women to fall in love with these songs, man. It's you know what I'm saying, right? These cowboy love songs, man. I'm done. I'm over it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I call that whiny music. You know what I mean? And God bless you if you love that music. I'm so sorry. I'm just saying it's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Funny pilling to be. I actually love that song, though. I love that song, though. It's so funny you said that. That's one of my favorite songs. I think I'm in a meeting. I was cool. And I really want to get it, really want to get it, tell me it was something to do. I'm living out in LA. And I buy a sports car, and I drive a sports car just to get. It's and I got $1 million and I spend it on cars and shoes. Somebody's like, what's wrong with cowboy love songs, Sammy? Nothing, man. I love them, man. No, some of them are good. Some of them are good, man. I know you guys have seen this song on Insta Imagery. Yeah. No, all my wife plays is, she's from Texas, I can tell. My wife and daughter, they sing it all day long. Or he's from Texas, I can tell. I can tell by the way to step in on the floor. And she's like, a cowboy always finds a way to leave. That's my favorite. I like that line though, He's from Texas, I can tell. I now listen to songs, not lyrics. I listen to frequencies, right? 5-3 hertz. I sit there inside of a Rife machine with the hertz and the mechanisms going through my brain. You know what I mean? Yeah, with the Rife machine ripping. Yeah. I married my Whitney, drinking. No, she says drinking Jack all by myself. Why would you say that? Drinking Jack all by myself. He's from Texas, I can tell. We need a tune for crypto cowboys printing money out of thin air. You're funny. I don't like shallow. You're fine. This is looking bearish, folks. Looks like I may have to short the market to get my day's pay. I'm just not in love with the day with I just know Juneteenth. But that looks like we're rolling over now. At this point, we've given it as many chances as we could to pay the trader the right way. And it looks like they're going to make it go the wrong way. 63,892. And then the take profit is 62,848. I mean, that's another lower high there, right? So you short the lower high, 21 below the 200. Yeah, I mean, that's the model upside down. We trade that the other way. Oh, man, I don't trust this market at all. So sketchy. I got to see. I usually sneeze in twos. It was strange the second one didn't come. I was waiting for it. I said, where is the second sneeze? It did not happen. All right. Contributions to make money, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the last hour. Audiero's coming back a little bit. ENA continues to boom. We'll talk about that. I had it on the radar. Jitto had a nice little pump recently. It might kind of hold those gains. Lit has a use case, and actually people care about. There's my Chinese coin continuing to rip at 72 cents. I'm staying in this coin. This one might be the one that changed my life. You never know, man. It takes one project. I got in at 37. I'm at 72. I'm still winning on that coin. VVV came back down to basics, but I like it. Nothing has changed about its use case and what it is. Render still strong, 170, but these coins got everyone looking like they were going to pump again, and then they receded. They just grabbed more liquidity. WorldCoin at 62. All right, we'll see where that goes. We were in at 72, up 29% of the week. I want to see that they continue to get a bigger pump, but me and Long 64.4. That song, I know what I mean. Reverse country song. You got everything mad. You're drunk. Your wife. You're funny. Drinkable love. My formula. Nah, that's never. Yeah, exactly. There's the green can I was looking for. Up. We own. I don't know. It looks stifled to me. Rolling over in a descending triangle. And if I take a few hits, I start trading small again. 200 for 600. I'll do that 5 or 6 times. I just took a small short there. Oh, order fail. What we doing? Open shop. That's why I hit the wrong buttons. That just looks like it's going to roll over, folks. I got to listen to it. A lower high, lower low. We'll see. We will see. Just a quick scalpelino. The second I get into profit, I'm moving this thing. I don't trust price action at all today. All right. Stack those small. Win, win, win. Did he say he was in at WorldCoin at 72? No. I got into WorldCoin at 54. And I have my stop loss at above break even right now. I can't lose any money in the trade. I've been sitting in it to see where it can go. I wouldn't be surprised if they rip this thing up to all the way to the upside again, and then I have to go long again, man. You know what I mean? He goes, Crypto says, remember I warned you, so he has predicted the market will go up. And if it goes against me, he's going to be right for the rest of it. No. If it goes against me, he just got to say one thing and it happened. You know what I mean? It could be one day of many, we'll see. I'm just playing the odds. You're counter trading my subconscious mind, not me. So it's not even me that you're counter trading there. You're counter trading my subconscious mind. What do I get to say when it doesn't dump, when it doesn't pump? Do I get to say the same thing? Remember I warned you? So I get to say the same thing. I'm going to actually copy this and have it pasted. Right? You know what I mean? But the thing is, you get to say it and disappear. If I say it, you might not even be here. You're watching too much of that John Bravo, man. I know what you're doing over there. That Johnny Bravo. Thanks for clarifying that, Sammy. Coyote Chaser, God bless you, man. All right. She loves my tractor. I bet she does. I bet she does. Funny, it turned green the second that sound came on. All right. Now, Hopium Copium, who usually knows what's going on, he calls the market pretty right on this channel. I've been watching him for a long time. Guy's got some sauce. I don't know what he does, but he's got some sauce. He's saying that the other guy's going to get wrecked. He's telling trading guys, you ain't got that. You're missing the big picture. Massive support at double major trend lines. One is a retest. I was saying that same thing, man, but I'm just kind of going for a day's pay, bro. You know what I mean? You might be right on the macro. Hopium Copium is back, man. Shout out to Hopium Copium in the house, man. We love you, man. You're awesome. One of my favorite people on the stream. Always been here, always supportive. We don't always see the same thing, which is cool. I don't want you to be a yes man, you know what I mean? I like to have people see it differently. But that's why I love you on the channel, man. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Sean in the house. Sean, we love you, man. Thanks for everything, Sean. You're absolutely amazing. If you want to trade where you trade, we have a pinned comment where you can hit WEEX. I'm trading live on WEEX right now. All right. Up 36 bucks, 1.69. We'll see what happens. $2,000 at 23x leverage. It's a 0.78 Bitcoin trade. We're going for the gusto. Seeing if we can make 596, risking about 200. 2 for 6. We'll see what happens. I don't trust trading on Thursday with the bank holiday tomorrow. Looks sketchy. They might rip it right back to the upside. My trader instincts told me they're going to dump it. The probabilities told me I got to short it. So I'm going against like my instinct, but my instinct, it could be, you know, I can't confirm or deny if that's feelings or not. So I had to go with what the subconscious mind said, and it told me you're below the 200 on the 21. It said you would long this the other way, so you got to short it this way. $55 in the short, $70 in the short, starting to print now. We got to get to here. We can get to here. I'm moving that stop loss. The second we get to this area, let me draw the green box or the box. Second we get here, come on to my box here. Stop loss goes to break even. So we get to this box, stop loss gets to put the break even. We go from there. Up $88 in the trade. Let's see where this goes. Nice big green. That was a bearish engulfing candle. The next one should follow down with a dump here. Let's see. Live trading with the lifer up $100. Send it to the green box or to the purple box. I actually like when these are green. Let's make that green. Border. Bright yellow. Yeah. Background like a green. I'm colorblind, so it might not be a real green, but it'll be green enough, right? Oh, yeah. So look, now up $148 in the trade, headed toward the target. And do I get to say I told you so to that dude? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen yet. I shouldn't talk, right? Getting pretty close to moving. I moved my stop loss a little early. We're pretty dang close to the green. Send it, baby. Send it. Send it, baby. Send it. Send it, baby. Send it. And we hit the green box. All right, so stop loss now is in position. You can't lose any money in the trade. They're sending that way. We're up $300 in the trade. All right. But to cancel the earlier loss from this morning, that is a dump-a-lowski. All right, send it to the target. Let's call it a day. Let's make a day's pay here. Now, they might rip this thing right back up. I do not trust price action on these Thursdays, especially when you have Juneteenth tomorrow. The market is closed. Shout out to anyone that made gains with the lifer there on that massive dumpy right to the green box, man. Now they're playing with this candle. I don't like that wick. They might come get me now. Right back to the upside here. This is vicious. This is, you got to keep a cool head here. Cool, calm, and collective. Come on, fish that wick down, baby. Send it, baby. Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it down. Send it down. Come on. Now they're just blocking price. All right, candle close with a wick. I don't love it. I do like the wick to the upside first. Yes, eat through, baby, eat through. Come on, go through that liquidity zone. Go right through anyone who thought that wick was hot sauce. Blast through that wick. Both have topping candles, topping wicks. Send it down, baby, send it down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's move to the trade now. Let's move to the trade. We get to here. You hit control, you grab another green box. We get to this green box. I move my stop loss into the next green box. Uh-oh, I don't like the tweezer bottom. I have to bail, take my money. Oh my God, they bounced that thing out of nowhere. This has been crazy. This price action is insanity. Look at that bounce. Right off the green box. Dude, it was too fast to react. I'm gonna make no money here again. I mean, this is craziness. Should have snatched my 350 when I had the chance, man. This is nuts. Wow, that candle was like out of nowhere, just a berserk, man. Looks like I'm going to get taken out. They might bearishly retest and keep it moving. I'm not playing with the treachery. Dang, man. I locked in. I can't see what I locked in, but that's crazy. They whipped that thing right back to the upside like that. They're about to take me out. I get high above this wick. I'm so close anyway, but it's like not even worth it. It's like, what, $80 or something? Let's see if I can stay inside. Dang, man. That was nuts. They're going to come get me now on a bounce right back to the upside on low liquidity. I'm telling you, this is treacherous. We'll see. Maybe I can get a nice close here with this wick to the upside from the downside area, right? Are you enjoying the stream? Hit that like button. Let us know if you like the entertainment of the trading alone. Live trading here on WEEX every single day, basically. Exclusively here on WEEX. Send that puppy down, man. Make it a bearish retest. Wow, that was ugly. We don't have the volume. We don't have the movement. We don't have enough people in the order book. It's just too slow. So that, whales can bounce the price up and down all over the place. Make it very difficult to trade the smaller time frames. You got to have like way more conviction now when you sit inside a trade. All right, this is okay. Starting to send it to the downside now. Starting to kind of go our way yet again. This is kind of what we fight for every day. Oh my gosh, did you see how that candle in a half a second flipped? It was nuts. Like, it was bearish with a bearish wick. And they ate through it in a half a second. Like, this is just, oh man. It's been like this recently. I put a lot of effort and a lot of work in this. And I tell myself, God has tested me, man. God has tested the stream. God has tested my mind. I am being tested. I know when I'm being tested. I just know in my heart, because things will go so smooth for so long. It'll feel like I can't lose. Every trade hits. I'm on top of the world. I show up every day. We hit on Monday. I'm getting paid in my sleep. I don't remember the last time I got paid on a Monday night, Tuesday night. It was happening every night, even in the choppier markets. The usual stuff is struggling. The market has been showing signs. Something is different. I got to adjust. I'm sniffing as a veteran trader. I got to learn how to wiggle through this situation that they're putting me through. This is a difficult time. This is not just like, oh, I traded the same way for 10, 15 years. It was working perfectly. I got to pivot a little. Now, the trading system doesn't have to change. It's the way I adjust myself to the market has to change. My risk tolerance has to change. My trading style is the same. The moving average is not, what I teach stays the same. Look, if I end up staying in this one and they roll it over, man, it's like, damn, man, they really tested me on this one. They got very close to my position. Look, they're making it that hard to make a day's pay. Look, I had to use $2,000 at 23x leverage, folks. It's a lot of money just to make this 230, just to be able to. I'm in heavy risk right now that most people couldn't even handle. Fine, the average leverage trader could laugh at me. They do other stuff, but for the average person that has never traded in their life, this is high risk. And please don't do this at home if you don't know what you're doing. I've been doing this for a long time. Don't copy what you see on YouTube. It's just a reality part of my life, is reality TV, right? I've been getting tested since I started trading. Oh yeah. Sammy, check the huge red under us. Sam, SpaceX is dropping people off in space. What does that mean? Is dumping or is pumping? Stellar Lumens is doing the same. You know what I mean? If that's what you're talking about. SpaceX took the dump back to 177. Well, let me explain. You got to psychologically think this through. All right? Let's psychologically think this through. It keeps doing that with the brush tool. They're doing something weird. Everyone got the prices, right? 135 a share. And they've been getting shares for years. And so it's not on the chart, but it should have been. Like, there's a bunch of people here. 135, right? And then it pops. And they're like, wow. And some people take some profits, but they're like, it could go higher. Because they're retail and they're greedy, right? And it comes, he's like, I just got me what I saw and I made profit. You funny, man. I love this sense of humor of you people, man. You people are awesome, man. And so then this slumps down, right? And it's like, well, people are like, well, 223. They're like, wow, I almost doubled my money. And their wives are like, take that. You know, that's your first million ever. And yeah, so he sells a little more. Then it's going to go up again. Then it's something that gets to go. What if it doesn't? What if I don't have anything? So they start selling. And then as it keeps going down, those people keep selling. And now they're scared. They're thinking they're not going to get, you know, if you were worth $2 million right now for the first time in your life. And now you're worth like, you know what I mean? Look, that dropped. That dropped about 20%. So now you're only worth, you know what I mean? Let's just say, let's do the math. 20, yeah, you're worth 1.6. You know what I mean? 4 times 5 is 20. I did it good. So, bang, right? Send this puppy down, man. They're rolling this thing over for sure. We'll see. Now it's kind of trying to double bottom here. It's trying to do some type of Adam and Eve double bottom. It's trying to find some footing in 63.3. I just want it to roll over, man. Stop playing with me. It's funny. Price action looks so fun until you're in the trade, right? Like, then it plays with your mind. Then you're like, all right, man. Just go where you're going to go. Funny. I can't believe it hit that box so fast. That was a massive liquidation dump. That looks like a higher low. They'll come get me now. I can't tell. Symmetrical triangle 21. Did you see Amazon big Solana for payments on their AI agents? Bullish on Solana. It's a big deal. I like seeing that. I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? I still own a big bag of Solana. I think it's worth holding for 5 years. You know, just not saying anything about it and keeping it on the low. I think that's worth it, right? So let's talk about kind of the day here. Bitcoin took a hit as the Fed's hawkish stance triggered a price drop in ETF outflows. While on-chain data shows holders accumulating, the market is consolidating amid mixed geopolitics and steady labor. Hawkish Fed, man, right? It's just kind of how it is. The Federal Reserve interest rates unchanged, unanimous 12-0 as June meeting. The first under new chair Kevin Warsh. Just wasn't amazing, man, right? And then the jobless claims fall to 226. Labor market steady, though. President Trump and the leaders digitally signed the 14-point agreement to extend the ceasefire for 60 days. That's all it did. They kind of make it sound bigger than it really is. Ukraine launches major drone attack on Moscow. Moscow burning, people said, hitting a refinery and other sites, and the largest attack on the Russian capital since the full-scale war began. Israel strikes Lebanon despite the deal. They kill at least 4 people in South Lebanon with drone strikes, continue operations even after the U.S.-Iran ceasefire understanding. Which is like, that's not good. That's bearish, right? Oil prices fall in Iran, which is bullish, you know, and wars will resume strikes if Iran deal fails. Dang, man. Even as the 14 plans emerge, it's just, we're still on shaky waters here, folks. Doesn't make much sense. The weekly is looking horrible. This trade's looking more likely like it's going to roll over for me and give me a day's pay here. At least pay me back for the loss, right? We'll see. And still up 263% here on this gain on there. Yeah, there we go. Send that puppy down now. It's another descending triangle, right? We got close, but you see how I'm teaching you how to trade with, number one, with precision, number one, with calm clarity. This could be, we could trade, we may have more of these today. So that to me is a bear flag that wants to go lower. Hit the target for me, and we can call it a day. Tempting to get that 600, 596. Locking in $100. Locking in $100. Getting a dump now. Back to where we were. So now we're back to where we were. We had to fight through that. It was close. They almost got me. I did move my stop above that wick, if you remember. So you're fighting through it with me. You're still in the trade, right? Who's still in the trade? This is going to sound crazy. I've been saying this every single day for a while. Who made gains on the stream with the lifer today? I got to say this yesterday. I think I got to say it the day before. I've been saying it a lot recently, almost every single day. Who made gains with the lifer on stream so far? Who's locked in at least a stop loss and profit? All right. And who learned it? Maybe you didn't trade, but who learned something today about trading through watching the live trade? And we didn't know we were going to live trade. The stream was kind of getting dry. Things started to change, right? Exactly. Active traders, anyone browsing Lexivana for Signal? And I don't know what that means. Vice President J.D. Vance briefs members of the media. Yep. I find that the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. Or maybe, exactly. And now that's some bull div there. It's almost telling me 300 is all I'm going to get out of this trade. I had to keep very risky. I had to use 2,000 at 23x, almost put in an entire Bitcoin position. It's a $50,000 position just to scalp this market on the smaller time frame to get anything they're giving me. You see what I mean? You see how over leveraged and high I have to be just to squeeze an orange out of here? Like, look, that's some bull div now. I don't even really need to look at it. It looks like divergence. Dang, man. I get 100, 200 bucks out the trade after all that. They're definitely making it tough, man. Price action, I told you, I don't trust it on a Thursday. Ah, come on, man. I got there. I started. See, you're here. You're like, I'm safe again. Oh, I'm safe again. Oh, no. It's like, man, it definitely messes with the nerves no matter how chill you are. You're messing with your money, man. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knows what's going to happen for sure. I'll tell you that. Charts don't lie. Dumps still in play. Let's see if Hopium Copium can come through for me. Usually more bearish, though, when we are on stream together. Locked in some gains. Been a happy birthday so far. Much appreciated. God bless you, brother. Looks like I might only get $100. I'll be appreciative of my $100 if that's all I get. I got to be grateful for whatever happens. I got to be grateful for whatever happens and be calm, cool, and collective. Sometimes you don't get the bigger payday. You get whatever you get. And you don't get upset. Opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. But hey, at least you'll be the best dressed one. You're funny. We'll support SpaceX at 135 for a couple bounces, then boom down. I have foreseen it. Trading is so exhausting these days. Last month, increasingly harder, I think. For sure. All right, so now we're back to the spot again for the third time. How crazy is this? Hopium Copium. With the word on the street. Can we get to the secondary green box? Will we move our stop loss to the next green box? Wow, they're really they're really playing with us here. I'm just attempting to make a day's pay, folks. Can I just make 500 bucks in an hour? Just trying to make 600 bucks an hour here. Nothing crazy. Nothing too nuts. You know what I mean? Can I just get my day's pay? I work my butt off. I do this every day. Mr. Market, can I please just get my monies? It would be nice. I'm here helping other people. Just let me get my money, baby. Man, this market will teach. I'll go through the day today. One of my kids will bug out. I'll go through so much. Who knows what will happen today, but my patience will likely be tested again throughout the day. As a father of 3 girls, your patience will be tested almost every day. They'll also be loving and sweet to you many times, but they will also push your buttons. Or they'll push each other's buttons, or they'll be, you know what I mean? There's just things that always go on when you have 3 kids. There's always someone doing something. Wow, like that looked like it was like, yeah, we're going to roll over for sure. Now we're going to bounce it again off the bull div. Like, it's like, come on, man. Look at this chop now. For the last, since 11, 25 minutes of garbage. Again, people say you're only up 257. I'm in heavy risk. I used $2,000 at 23x leverage, turned it into a $50,000 position, basically. You see what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize, like, they see someone make, like a bigger trader out there make like 30 grand, and they're like, oh, wow, But they don't even calculate the absolute risk that person's taking. Like, they could be losing 10 grand a pop, and if they lose 5 of those trades, that's 50 grand. Could you be down 50 grand? If you couldn't, because you have to lose 3 out of 10. No one's going to have a beautiful P&L every time. People are going to have choppy. You got to fight through the choppy and make sure you keep winning. Got to have a strategy to deal with the fact that you're going to lose. Every trader out there in the world will have a 4-a-day losing streak at one point in their life. I'm telling you right now. You will have, or you might have 4 trades. You might lose. Every trader in the world will lose 4 trades straight. It's going to happen to you. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to project negativity. But it's going to happen to you today at one point in your life. You're going to lose 4 trades straight. If you're not managing your risk properly and you can't handle those 4 losses. I know people that have $8,000. They trade $2,000 a trade. After 4 trades losses, they lose $8,000. They don't have any money left in the account. They have to go back to work. Now they can't learn with me. They can't. Had they used proper risk management, that's $80 a trade. They could have made 100 trades before they lost their entire portfolio. Maybe a little less with fees, but the point, you know what I mean? So, and look, that looks like it's going to head our way now for sure. I mean, it's almost like 100% it's going to dump, but I should never say that. Knock on wood, but that is like, I'd say over 80% chance that's going to my green box now, without a doubt in my mind. Like, my second green box. Can I please get a day's pay, folks? I'm just asking for a day's pay. This is how hard it is to make $500 a day. I want to prove to you guys it's not easy. People think you press buttons. They don't talk about the mental up and down. They don't talk about when the chart's going back and forth. There we go, baby. Send it down. Send it down. Send it nice and down. Stop playing this divergence game. Nobody bought it. Nobody believed in it. Shred this puppy down now. Now we kind of canceled the previous loss there for my earlier, in the Discord. And forgive me, folks, I lose sometimes. I wish I won every trade. Send it, keep sending it. Come on, stay calm, cool, and collective. Send this thing down, man. They're dumping the price. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get into the green box. Get into the green box. I said get into the green box. I don't know if you heard me clearly. I said get into the green box. Please, thank you. Thank you. Move the stop loss to here now. All right, now we're solidifying a $300 win. Now we're up $500. I feel like that's good enough. I could take my money there and be happy with the $500. It took us an hour to make $500. They're playing with it. I'm going to put my take profit like right here. Come get me. Come on. Come get me. I'll wake up. Come back down. No. No. Don't play that game. Don't play that game. Not today. I can't do it today. Not today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can I please get a day's pay? Oh my. Can I get a day's pay, please? Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, it got that close to me. It didn't hit me. Are you kidding me? Can I please get a day's pay, please? I'm going to ask one more time. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes the market gives you what you're looking for, but you got to fight for it, man. And sad to say, this looks like a bigger dump now on the daily, but I'll just keep taking a day's pay. You see what I'm saying? That was a beautiful move to the downside. Shout out to anyone that took the trade with me. We started here. We hit the target. Bang, bang, bang. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you maintain. That's how we get it in. All right? Talk it into existence, my man. My man. How fun was that? How fun was that? 1 minute looks more dumpy, to be honest. My stop is set. Just in case. Yeah. How was that? That was fun, right? How many people made gains? I'm out my anxiety. Why? All right. Life or God has come through for you and the kids. Enjoy. God bless you, man. Very polite, Sam, with please. You're funny, man. The best revenge is a massive success. And by massive, I mean ordering a large pizza for yourself. You're funny, man. I told you you're going to get paid. Where's that guy that told me not to short the market? Let's go find, where is he, man? Remember, he got to say, like, I told you ain't gonna happen, man. Well, where's that dude at, man? It's just like, because everyone gets to run their mouth, man. It's just so funny to me. And I said, oh, remember, I had it copy pasted. Remember, I warned you, right? Like, look, that's what he said to me. He said, remember, I warned you not to short. Look, it's going way lower. Oh my gosh, I would have gotten so paid. Made a nice $1,000 if I kept it running. Never do that, woulda, shoulda, coulda, should be happy with what you had. But man, y'all are getting money right now. Whoa, that is one of the biggest dumps I've seen in a long time. My goodness. And I pulled the trigger, we got it. Right? He said it's going to bounce, and then he bounced. Yeah, what was his name? What was his name? What was his name in the chat? I don't remember, man. Like, remember, I warned you. I warned you, boy. Don't you short that. It's going to pump hard on your face. Did it now. I mean, it's so crazy how many times I see this happen. And look at the viewership ripping up as we get the dump, and people realize that if you were on this channel, you would have got the call for a day's pay. I just want to make sure I can give you a day's pay, man. Shout out to everybody here on the channel who made gains with the lifer today. Put a 333 in the chat, and then put the percentage of your gains. Say 333 and then write twice. 333 and then put another one. Make it the chat. Rip this chat. Let's get this chat going. Love the lifer. Impressive, Colonel. Thank you, man. He's mad because he did not bet on dollars and not eggs. Dude, I spent 20 years trading, perfecting strategies, tips, and ideas. And all I had to do was bet egg yesterday. All I had to do was bet the word egg. Are you kidding me? Come on now. I feel so wrecked by market makers today. I will wipe my tears with the gains. I hate to ask Sammy, but what did you do with the monthly trade? Oh, that monthly trade a long time ago? No, it's the weekly trade. That thing's now at break even immediately, right now. Yeah, it's over, man. I'm done with it. I mean, I still got the stop loss below the wick, so maybe we get a wick. I shorted Bitcoin and ETH at the same time. 333, always 333. That's it, one more 333s. Whoever said it's not whether you win or lose that count probably lost. That's for funny, man. Probably just kept losing. Yeah. For sure. Dude, that's a big dump on big time frames. Bitcoin collapsing back to the downside on hawkish Fed news and uncertainty here in Moscow with Ukraine. I think, and you know, Lebanon, people aren't buying it. People aren't buying that Trump can keep, you know, his fellow, I don't want to say, but you know who, seems like every time we try peace, they don't, that's not what they're in for. They want to keep it moving. But we'll see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Confidence is 10% hard work and 90% delusion. Yeah, exactly. You got to just keep your mind going like it's like you're a superhero. For sure. I can feel that. And I guess it did have a pretty deep measured move. The measured move was really the base here. That would be, you know. I did great. I took what I should have taken out of the market. I made $500 and we got in here. Hold shift. And there was really no drawdown. I was never negative in the trade, right? It was always positive. Took 29 minutes to make about $500. A little less, actually, because I was out beforehand. 24 minutes. I made $500 in 24 minutes. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? That ain't bad at all. Thanks for the gift, man. Shout out to you people, man, getting it in. Shout out to Marcus, always giving memberships. So nice of you to do. You didn't have to do that, but you did. That's amazing. And if you want to trade where I just traded, you want to have fun, you want to do the do, hit this link right here. All right? We make it very simple and easy. In a pinned comment in the description, it should be up at the top in a light gray color for you. Hit the link right there and bang. Takes you to WEEX, right? Takes you to the Sam Price WEEX community, up to $15,000 in sign-up rewards. Spin to win World Cup VIP tickets. Watch Sam Price live and win a luxury escape to the south of France. There's so much cool stuff we're doing that you get perks by being part of the Lifer crew. Dang, man, I wanted that thing to... And look, it kind of looked like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. And the 1 minute took a beat down. I mean, the 1 hour took a beat down. The 1 minute told us how to get inside the trade. Looks like this puppy could go lower. And remember, I had already lost this morning, so it canceled out a L. Kind of brought me just a little bit above break even. So, hey, it is what it is. And that's what happens. Some days just being break even is a good day. You're saying, hey, man, I don't want big L's, so I just came out without a big L. He was a good rapper, wasn't he? Sorry. Wait. No, but I really like Big L. I listened to him a lot growing up. He was a real one, man. Now they're going to rip this thing back to the 21. It's too far from the 21-day moving average. You see? This is just how it works, folks. The same stuff over and over again. It's almost like a broken record. I've been watching this for days on end. For thousands of days, I've been doing this. That's how I was able to pull $500 out of the market in 24 minutes. I'd like to recreate that video, how to make $500 in 24 minutes. And break it down. And you can make $500 to $1,000 a day day trading Bitcoin. You really can. Short or long. Use the moving averages. You know, when you're below the 200, touching the 21 in the flag, you take the shorts. When you're above the 200, touching the 21 in the flag, we take the long. We've longed this exact move many times the other way. Does it always happen? No. But that's why if you set up for the same setup over and over again, you'll get paid. The odds are you'll get paid. You see what I mean? Damn, man, this wild trade just like starting to kind of lose its mojo. People are losing confidence. And crypto today, we're getting a massive dump here. Not good. Let's recreate. I'm going to delete everything again. It was a beautiful run. I liked what we did there. But now we got to do the same thing. And then what you do is you just keep recreating these like descending triangles. What we're going to do is we're going to keep dumping out of these until we make some type of pattern that can reverse. Wow, I feel like a broker. I remember saying this like 2 days ago, the day before. But this is why people come to the channel. They learn how to trade with me every day. They see what exchanges, they use the exchanges I use. They understand, look, my stop loss got hit. Nothing blew through. I dropped and dragged. There was no latency. We had a stable connection, 134 millisecond, right? Everything was going our way. So, like, I trade where it works. I've traded so many exchanges, and I've tried many different platforms. I know which exchanges have the best liquidity, have the fat. I don't want my stop loss getting blown through. I don't want to contact support. Hey, I was in a short. What happened? No. I'm not into any of that nonsense. WEEX, I've never in my, I can honestly say this with true honesty. I've never had a stop loss miss on WEEX, man. It works every time. That's why I use it. I'm not trying to use a platform that makes me look silly. And I love it. I mean, it's awesome. Do I short again? It looks like that's just what we got to keep doing. I told you, man, at the beginning of the stream that the shorts were in control. They're telling us that we're taking a dump. 61,979, 879, right? Yeah. Stop loss at a little bit above that wick right there. 62,962. Interesting. And again, I don't take the trade just yet. I look at the trade first. I made 500. I'll risk maybe 175 for 600. You see that? Wow, imagine buying this pump. It turns into a wick and dumps. Looks like a double bottom now. I'm expecting some type of bounce at one point, but I was expecting it earlier, and I gave up on that. The weekly is now in a bearish engulfing candle. We say that again. The weekly is now in a bearish engulfing candle. That is bearish for Bitcoin. Could it go to 25,000? It could. Could it go to 38,000? It may. Are you ready for that? Psychologically, that would be very tough for me. I would handle it well. The only reason I'd handle it well is because I put, a good amount of my net worth into real estate and something that produces some type of cash flow that I can exchange into something else. I own a few assets that are outside of the crypto realm, which I'm happy I did. If I was all in crypto, I probably wouldn't be able to breathe anymore. I was all in crypto for years of my life. I used crypto to gain a way to diversify in my business, in my life. You know, I worked hard, my energy, my human energy. I'll put human, everyone says this and that, but my human energy. I've been out here every single day for thousands of days. That's human energy, man. You're going to convert your human energy into wealth. That's the goal. That's the plan, right? You know, look at it. Elon Musk didn't buy Bitcoin. He worked his butt off. He created an amazing company that paid him. Look, 100 for 595 here. Is that correct, really? Like, take profit 6189, stop loss 62962. There it is, 187 for 611. It continues to dump. We go up. We make another little move, right? Looks like that thing's gonna unload on us to the downside. I'm short again here. Send it down, baby. Send it down. Send it. Send it down. We get to the green box. We move the stop loss to break even. And then we want to get paid. Can we get another day's pay here, folks? Can we get another day's pay? I'm 57. Let's go. Send it, baby. Send it. I got spoiled getting in right when it dumps and getting in right when it pumps. I got spoiled, man. I spoiled myself. I want the best trades or no trades at all. You know what I mean? I want the best trades or no trades at all. And honestly, when I do this, I like to be really, really low risk. As fast. I don't want to give back what I made at all. At all. Any of it. Any of it. Look, I'm going to move that stop to break even right there. Send that candle down. It already had the topping wick, so that should just be a fall through. I can't lose any money on the trade now. Maybe stupid, oh, you're just going to pay a fee for a snapback. Maybe. It's possible. I'm playing at the end of a dump, so it's an extended area. Oh, come on, man. We had the wick there. There we go. Beat that order down. No. Beat that order down. Beat that order down. Wow, that's a strong candle. That's a buyer. Someone's fighting to get some Bitcoin right there. Beat that order down, man. The 21's close enough for us to continue the dump. Beat that order down. Use this buy pressure to sell off. I like it. Yeah, sell liquidity. Fill that. Send the wick down. Send the wick down. Send the wick down. I like it. Candle close, bearish down. Send that puppy. Send that puppy. Send that puppy. Send that puppy. Send it. 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 All right, up 100. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Up 120. I like it. Trigger above the wick. See? You're just trying to make a little extra of what you've already made. You're not trying to just, you know what I mean? Other people make 500, then they go 500 for 15. They end the day with no money. No. You risk 200 for 6. 175 for another 600. That's what we're doing here of the 5, and we're using house money. We're trading descending triangles, 21 below the 200. Same thing we do the other way. We know we're getting extended. That's why we're not over trading here. Proper risk management is key every single time. We're live trading here on WEEX. Shout out to everyone on WEEX. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here and hanging out on the live stream. If you're new to the channel, thank you for jumping on in. I live trade almost every single day, even on the weekends. Last weekend, we made $1,000 on Saturday with, I called an amazing pump. This might just go right back and hit me off. Let's see. But there's heavy sell pressure here on the bigger time frames, pushing on the smaller ones. There's some pressure here now. Big red disappeared above us there. Isn't as red as it was. We got red right below us. That's the closest. 61.6 is saying it's coming. So we're going for 61.6. We got 61.883 on the board. So liquidity's in our favor too right now. We can't lose the trade. We'll see what happens. And we're trading the 1 minute time frame, folks. It's not for the faint of heart. All right? Let me jump into the chat and see what's happening. If there's any super chats, I don't want to miss y'all. Y'all are amazing. Yeah, are you enjoying the stream? Show your appreciation and hit that like button. I remember when Sam used to love Biddy. I always loved Biddy, man. I just have to do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Close my short for the morning. Thank goodness. In the money, baby. In the money. Shout out to all my traders that made gains with me today. Again, put a 333 if you made gains with the lifer. Shout out to my lifers. If you were watching the dump and you were freaking out, you came here and it calmed you down. Hit that like button. So many people love the stream because it gives them a peace of mind in a time where they can't figure out what's happening in the charts. Calms them down. Lets them realize if he can do it, I can do it. If he can stay calm, I can stay calm. Perfect example of what to do when the market is all over the place. We're trading a very high-risk day. Day before a bank holiday. Light volume on the summer. A Fed day yesterday. Liquidations across the board. Now we got some bull div again. Let's see if it's strong enough to do anything or it's just going to continue to collapse down. We're hiding our stop above the wick right now. Looking for more downside. Attempting to get paid again. Make another 570 would be really nice, right? Like then we could have a $1,000 day here. And it took, and I was live trading for 2 hours. The trades themselves, maybe 30, 40 minutes. One was 24. We went over 24 minutes. All right. So far, everything kind of going in our favor here for the second short of the day. Wow, nice big dump there. Send it, baby, send it. And now we've already moved the stop into break even and into $53 in position when we hit the first green box, okay? Took the money, all right? Who made gains a second time now with the lifer? Who solidified the gains, at least made sure that you're not going to go back, man? You know what I mean? How much did you put in that trade? This trade is 2,000, about very similar to the last trade. They're both almost the exact size. 0.73 Bitcoin, 2,000 at 23x leverage. Now we're kind of extending from the two. Now you kind of want to look for another consolidation. It'd be nice if it just straight dumps, but usually we'll have to go through a little bit more sideways price action. Let's see though. We're getting it pretty good right now to the downside. And this is how you could trade any market anywhere anytime, right? So, and again, look, it turned out to be one of the greatest streams ever. Who cares that we had a little blip in the morning? It doesn't matter. I'm in a great mood. Life is good. It is what it is, At the time, it gets my goat though when I'm like all set and ready, but it is what it is, man. Things happen. And look, I prayed and God answered my prayer, man. He calmed me down and got me going and got me focused. Helped me keep my mind on what mattered, which was the trading group, teaching, and doing what I do and what I love to do, which is hanging out with y'all and being in a good mood. Spreading light, love, and positivity, man. You got to stay positive all the time. You create that effect. You create a life of positivity by staying positive. Like you're in control all the time. People wake up, they think, I had a bad day because I got cut off in traffic. My boss yelled at me. You didn't have a bad day because of those things. You decided to turn those things into a bad day. I lost trades. I did this. Okay, so what? You learned a lesson today. You know what I'm saying? It's like people blame their environment on why they're not feeling well. You're not feeling well because you decided not to feel well. Your environment's always going to change. You have to be in control of how you feel, no matter what your environment is doing. You're making yesterday's loss and back while reckoning those that hell on your You're making yesterday's losses back while wrecking those. What long call, man? I don't know, man. I'm just telling you guys what I see every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm live trading in front of you. I don't know what else I could do. You still, right? Right? There's always going to be someone hating on you if you get as big as I do. You get to 100,000 subs, someone's going to hate on you. It's actually a badge of honor that this guy would go out of his way to like put my name in his screen name, like, because he wouldn't even know me if I didn't change my life, you know. And that's a strong candle back to the upside there. Finally, a bit of divvy. Oh, they want to pump it. Let's see if my wick holds there. Off that off the 21. The Bulls attempting to hold it down, save the day here. Maybe the end of my streak right now. Haters gonna make great motivators. Yeah, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great 100%. Yeah. They hate us because they ain't us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gains, baby, gains. Shout out to my man that made gains. Now they're fighting right here. Keep the great work, Sammy. We appreciate it. Shout out to the Italian Stallion. Thank you, brother. I like that positive reinforcement. I need it. I sometimes get negative reinforcement. So it's nice to hear positive people, man. I appreciate that. Sharon is Karen, baby. Look at that whack close right there. Like, look at that close. That's insane. Like, that means, like, what the heck is that? That's a bearish close to me, and then it comes up with a green candle? Like, what is this? We hit our first target. It was a nice spot. Dude, I'm right there. I'm like seconds away from getting tapped out there. I just edged myself a little bit above the 21, seeing if it could save me. What if they just dump this thing down like bum, 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 bum. The dump was good. We needed it. Great day fixing a console. Wow. Writing guide for it in the short. Finally winning. Nice. Bouncing for the 21. And remember, we're going to have any type of bullishness. Oh, we are. That's the one. Yeah, the 1 minute's got to get back above the 200. I want it to get snuffed. The 21 should push it down now. It should be kind of just like, no, you know, thou shalt not pass, you know. What if it's a bigger descender like this? Or to come fill this big area and then continue the dump. And then we hit my target. But it's going to take like an hour. There we go. We're still in the money there. You have changed so much in my life. God bless you. And you know, if that's the only problem you're going to live as much as you do, you're good. You've changed the way I see life, man. If that's the only problem you have, going live as much, live as much as you do. Going live as much. If that's the only problem you have, going live as much as you do, you're good. You changed the way I see life. Thank you, man. Life for Nick's Parade is crazy. I heard, man. My sister's out there. I told her to stay safe. Yeah, Stellar Lumens keeps going, doesn't care. And we talked about Stellar. Because tokenization, man, like, it's a real thing. And it's been tapped for DTC. And they're moving quadrillions of dollars around the world, bro. So that looks like that all the bulls had right there. That was their last resort. Might have been a great place to add to the short, honestly. To double down, right? If you want to make money long, you can just buy XOM right now. I don't know what that... Or XLM, yeah. I think that's what you meant. The L and the O are pretty close. I'm going to take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening here on the fan funding. Saying, can we see coin class volume Bitcoin? I don't know what that... love the life or impressed, Colonel. Thank you. Saying God bless you and your family and what you created, but this is trading and not for me. I'm sorry to hear that, Ricky Bobby. You'll be all right. I've said that 100 times. I came back. Once you know how to trade, man, you'll never be able to give it up. That's the sad part about it all. That's why you might as well just get good at it, because it's going to be hard. It's always going to be in the back of your mind. Look, once you make $500 in 25 minutes, how can you ever go back? How can you go back to a regular life where it's so much harder to make $500? Like, literally, you have to get out, go in your car, drive somewhere. You have to be part of something. You have to go to a job interview. Look, they're going to stop me out. They got me right there. So no double payday on that. It was nicely up about $200. But this one I let the trades kind of figure themselves out. Thursday by 2 o'clock, it is a sketchy time to trade. So I'm lucky I got what I did for the time being. And I watch the smaller time frames. We might get an awesome signal later on today. There's no guarantees what could happen. All right. We take it one step, one day at a time. If you want to trade where I trade, you can hit the link to WEEX or go to cryptolifer.com. We make it very simple. Not a lot to click on here, folks. Subscribe to the Discord. Hit the subscribe button, the $99, $270, or the annual. Give me 3 months of your time. I'll change your life. So many people say it right here. You read it all the time. Sam, you changed my life, man. I hear it more than anything else. All over the time, all the time. So, everybody, may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being absolutely amazing. I'm going to jump on out of here and hang out with the fam. Go over Bitcoin a little bit. Maybe get some lunch. I've been staring in front of the screen since 7 in the morning. 5 hours straight. I've been putting in that work and just doing all sorts of stuff. So, and follow me on x.com at CryptoLifer33. I'm giving you all sorts of cool information. I'm even showing you might when I buy BTC, what's going on with Iran, where we're at with the ETF situation, just some stuff that happens around the back end. So check it out. All right. Have some fun. Engage with me all over the internet. I'm doing all sorts of stuff everywhere. There I am right there again. So follow me all over the place. Here I am on X. You know what I mean? All sorts of stuff, tips, tricks. Sometimes I even give an awesome motivational idea. Hey, the coolest thing about you is you are truly one-on-one. Let it be known. I am proud to be me. Say it back in the comments. I am proud to be me. Say that to yourself today. I am proud to be me. I am proud to be me. I am proud to be 101. There'll never be another you. There'll never be another me at this time and place in the universe. Like, it's kind of insane. The universe is infinite, but it'll never be again the way it is now. Like, at this present moment in time. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. I gave you an extra 8 minutes because we were 8 minutes late. So I wanted to make sure we came on that side and the other side of that. You know what I mean? But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you all for showing up. I'll be back tomorrow for another awesome stream. Thanks for making gains with the lifer. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Let's take a look at we getting a teaser bottom on the 1 hour now. Possible reversal now on the 1 hour time frame. Could be a crazy time to long back up because we are away for the 21-day moving average. I kind of like the idea there, and it's already bouncing pretty hard. You see what I'm saying? The take your profit would be like 64,000. And the stop would be below like 62,200. We're just really far away for the 21 on the 1 hour time frame. To me, you usually bounce back up there. So, but we'll see. Highs, crazy trading today. But this is what I'm looking at right here, like a long. I just got into the long right now. I aped a long with small amount of profits, 250. I'm risking. Okay? We'll see where it goes. It's up 1%. I'll post it to the trading group. Nice bounce. And I know the market's hard, to keep up with me, you got to walk. I'm trying to keep everyone up with me as fast as this market's moving. Look, I'm already up 4% on this one. But I mean, that's too far for the 21. Massive red candle to the downside. I mean, look at that. We just ate that candle on the one. We were trading the small time frames. Couldn't even see what happened, but you could see it was a descending triangle on the 1 hour, which I already had mapped out. You know, we drew this for you guys. We could see it. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, rejection of the 221 crossing. Pounded. Absolute pounding. Now we're going to see we trade this thing back up 55. I'll keep you guys up to date with what happens to the long. We'll go from there. It'll be about 2 or 3 o'clock, and then we'll continue inside the Discord. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Jump into the Discord if you want to be about your business. CryptoLifer.com, CryptoLifer.com, CryptoLifer.com. All right, the secret to success is getting started. You can start at CryptoLifer.com. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Be safe. Be amazing. I'll see you on the next live stream. God bless you.